What if the biggest threat to Michigan's future isn't housing, it isn't taxes, and it isn't even politics? What if it's AI data centers quietly swallowing up hundreds of acres of Michigan's farmland virtually overnight? What if billion-dollar hedge funds are outbidding your local farmers for land that's been in Michigan families for literally generations? And what if the same industrial centers that are draining the water supply in Oregon, collapsing grids in Virginia, and shaking neighborhoods in Texas are now targeting your township right here? Michigan, you need to hear the truth. AI data centers are becoming one of the fastest growing industrial developments in America. And now, Michigan is next on their hunting ground. And no, not in Detroit, not Grand Rapids, not even Flint. The targets are places like Saline and Ypsilanti Township, Ann Arbor Fringes, Clinton and Lenawee Counties, Saginaw's industrial belt, the flat farmland of the Thumb, northern Michigan acreage, and the UP parcels near the power corridors. AI companies and billion-dollar land buyers are targeting the places most Michiganders literally never would expect. Our quiet farmland, rolling fields, the edges of small towns, the old golf course behind your subdivision, and the 100-acre field you assumed would always stay the same. Now, let's talk about where this is already happening, because it's happening. Saline Township in Washtenaw County, a massive data center proposal was pushed into a rural community. The township, they pushed back. They said no. So the developers sued them. And a legal settlement forced the township to allow that data center, even though the residents overwhelmingly rejected it. This should literally terrify every township in the state of Michigan. Over in Ypsilanti Township, a $1.2 billion data center proposal created immediate concerns about things like noise, the water usage, electricity demand, environmental impact, round-the-clock operations. Residents, they reported feeling blindsided, uninformed, and just virtually pushed aside. And the Ann Arbor Fringe, a $7 billion hyperscale facility, is in development. Its closed-loop cooling system uses less water and dramatically increases electricity consumption and requires huge substations and transmission upgrades. This is happening, this is real, and this is Michigan's new land war. AI data centers are not tech parks, they're industrial factories. And inside of them, you will see tens of thousands of heat-producing servers, cooling towers running 24/7, some diesel backup generators, massive transformers, a lot of heavy truck traffic, and 24-hour lighting. With constant low-frequency vibration, heat exhaust warming the surrounding air, and millions of gallons of water depending on the system they're using. It never turns off, it never slows down, and they don't sleep, and they don't leave once it's built. When one goes in, it fundamentally changes the surrounding community. Now, why Michigan is the next AI battleground? And there are 4 major reasons why AI developers want Michigan. Number 1, the cheap, flat, and abundant land that we have. Michigan has huge tracts of farmland ready for industrial conversion. Number 2, the aging farmers. The average Michigan farmer is between 58 and 65 years old. Many have no heirs that are going to take over, and this makes the land highly vulnerable. Money talks. Number 3, weak zoning resistance. The small townships and small zoning boards equals low pushback. The developers know this. Number 4, the water. Michigan's greatest asset and vulnerability. Michigan holds 20% of the world's fresh surface water via the Great Lakes. And AI data centers, they require massive cooling systems. They need lots of water. Some use millions of gallons a day. Others use that closed loop system that uses less water, but it demands a lot more electricity and they produce a lot more heat discharge. Either way, AI relies on water and power, and Michigan, it has both. This makes our state virtually irresistible to these AI data centers. A couple quick horror stories from across the United States that you'd love to hear. Look at what's already happening in these other states. Over in South Carolina, rural towns experienced water pressure drops when data centers drained local systems. The Dalles in Oregon, Google consumed 25% of the city's entire water supply. Over in Texas, residents sued because the generator test caused their homes to shake. Over in Phoenix, Arizona, water shortages halted new data center proposals. And over in Iowa, thousands of acres of farmland destroyed for facilities employing fewer than 35 people. In Utah, diesel exhaust from backup generators increased asthma rates in the nearby neighborhoods. These are not old problems. These are not rare problems. These are today's problems. And Michigan is next. if we don't act. An AI data center doesn't just take land, it erases it permanently. Cropland becomes concrete, wildlife habitat becomes cooling infrastructure, rural darkness becomes 24/7 industrial light pollution. Michigan's ecosystem is fragile. Think of the deer and elk migration, the bird pathways, pollinator habitats in the marshlands, the trout streams, the Great Lakes watersheds, the forest acoustics in the northern Michigan night skies. Heat exhaust alters the microclimates and noise alters wildlife behavior. Runoff increases ecological risk and water demand strains the small municipalities. Our state's natural beauty, the one thing people move here for, is incompatible with large server farms. If you care about your home value, then you literally need to listen super carefully here. Homes bordering a data center drop in value every single time and in every single place. The home values nearby flatten, high-end buyers avoid the region, and businesses, they start to decline. Farm charm will disappear, communities lose identity, because Michigan home buyers, they want quiet, peace, space, clean skies, dark skies, wildlife. They just want peace. And AI data centers bring the opposite. They bring lots of noise, light, and heat, a little more traffic, transformers, industrial roads, diesel tanks. One large facility can virtually change a community forever. Now, here's what Michigan residents need to do starting right now. 1, you need to know the landowners around you. Talk to them, understand their situation, and get to know them. And then build a neighborhood succession plan. If they sell, everything is going to change, so plan early. Put your ear to the ground, know what they want to do. Watch your township agendas. Most proposals appear quietly. You have to attend the meetings too. Developers count on those empty rooms. Apply pressure early. Call your township officials before it's too late. Number 6, understand that the aging farmland equals the number one target for Michigan. If your area's farmers are retiring, the developers know it. And serve on your zoning boards if you can. I virtually joined mine to see the proposals before they were forced upon my community. Because you cannot protect your town from the outside, you protect it from the inside. Michigan has a long history of promising revenue, and that becomes public disappointment. We saw it with the marijuana tax revenue, we saw it with the online gambling revenue, we saw this with the economic development money. This part of the story isn't our focus today though, but it's a gentle reminder. A reminder that Michigan has been burned before, so we literally have every right to question any new promises thrown our way. And one last thing before we get sold that AI is going to bring a lot of tax revenue, here's something I need you to truly think about. While most Michigan cities literally can't afford road repairs, can't fund their schools, and can't maintain the police and fire, one city, Dearborn, can afford to offer $4,500 per newborn for anyone having a baby after November 1st of 2025. And this isn't about the religion, this isn't about the culture, this isn't about targeting a single group. It's just asking a question that why do some Michigan cities have money and others are told there's literally nothing left and you need to bring an AI data center in? So who controls Michigan's money? Who decides which towns get to thrive? Who decides which communities get built up and which ones get quietly transformed by the developers? And if Michigan can find thousands of dollars per newborn in one city, why should we blindly trust that AI data centers will fix everything? Where's the money?